Hello and welcome to the Philippines. My friend has one of my cameras. She's taking a walk to SM Supermarket in Cebu City to get some groceries, and she's taking kind of a long way around. These people here are they're taking a break. They're walking. They bought groceries at Metro Ayala and taking a break. Heavy stuff to carry. So anyway, she had to drop off something for a friend that works up in that area, I guess. This is, there's Landers up there ahead on the left. Big store like membership store similar to Costco. And anyway, very little traffic going at the present time. And unless you have your own private vehicle, there is no transportation. That is East Gate, I believe it's called. New condominium being built there. Should be very nice. I think studios, I think they're about 27 square meters to start with, and I think they start about 4.5 million pesos right now, and still in the pre-selling stage. So we'll see if there's any good deals on the prices as we come out of the present situation. Anyway, she had a couple of interesting encounters along the way. And I want to talk a little bit about the news here in the coming week. May 4th onward here in Cebu City, each barangay, each village will start doing, like on Monday, I think, the 4th, we're going to start mass testing here. And supposedly one person from each household will get tested. And how they determine which person to test, I'm not sure. And my understanding, I've been told by my friend that there are two tests available, and I think one is a blood test and one is a swab test. And not sure if I'm living in a condominium. Not that many people living here presently, but we'll see. They're coming around door to door apparently, looking to get that. And one of the big reasons is to get some idea. Because really, we're still in the infancy stage of trying to figure out what's going on here. So much is not known about the spread, and so they want to get data in order to, because presently we have the extended quarantine up till May 16th, I believe. And yeah, please check out my other 600 plus videos as well. Many of you know that I do a lot of videos about condos, hotels, resorts, traveling, all sorts of different things, and playlists that categorizes them as well. The travel situation is still very, very tight in most of the Philippines. They have moved some areas of enhanced quarantine, which is, they say it's not a lockdown, but essentially it is. Here, this guy coming up here, he's got a job. He's a jeepney driver, but no jeepneys, so he's making a little bit of money delivering, transporting things with his little homemade cart there. And my friend got his number, and he's got his ID pass and everything. He's allowed. So he has, I'll show you that a little bit later. But anyway, you can I checked the airport out of Manila. They, in the last several days, and they've had flights going to Incheon, if I pronounce that right, Korea, South Korea, into Hong Kong, as well as Japan. I think Bahrain, maybe. If you get a trip there, can you get a trip onward to your home country? There are still a number of expats, tourists in the Philippines who are trying to get home, my understanding is. These guys finished their work. They work for some delivery company, I think. And they finished work early. Their transport wasn't going to show up till 5, so they were walking home. I had planned on traveling back to the USA in May at least, and then I put it off till June, and now I've just put it off till July or August. I think it's going to take that long to get things up and running. That building, the rebar sticking up there to the left, that is actually, my friend talked to the guy. up here. That is that was owned by an Australian, I believe. The Australian died. He was building condominium over there, and he died, and it now belongs. Now you can see a little bit of it over there. It now belongs to the bank, I understand. That has been like that the last 5 years since I've been here, almost 5 years now in August. Taken a couple trips out of the country, but it's been there 5 years with no work being done, and I've asked a number of people about it. Nobody had any answers. This guy apparently knew that it was an Australian condominium, and the guy died. The other problem with travel, as I see it, is if you're able to fly someplace and you arrive at that, you're back at your home country or of some foreign destination, at that point in time, will you be put under 14-day quarantine, something like that? Very possibly, if you travel in the near distant future. And as time goes on, then those rules will probably change. But something to think about. Or right now, even the Philippines isn't even allowing visas. So if you were able to fly in here, they would just stop you and say, well, you're not allowed. Here's that guy. He's got a special pass for, even says, he's got a little sign on his homemade cart that for delivery only. For those of you who have airline tickets already and they've been the flights have been canceled once or more times, and the airline did not offer you a refund. My understanding, and I've gotten some information from Peter Greenberg. He's got a site online, Peter Greenberg, and puts out quite a bit of information. He's got a radio show and probably on television quite often. But I believe, if I understood correctly, he was saying that if you have any airlines who are based out of the United States or fly into the United States, which is probably 80% of them, have to give you a refund. They're forced to give you a refund. And this is good. This is Healthy Options, has a couple stores in the malls in Cebu City, and about the only health food store I know of. There are probably others that I'm not aware of. But anyway, good to see them out disinfecting the little shopping baskets. This is SM Mall. My friend is going to the supermarket down on the basement level, first level. And you can see the mall is locked up. Nothing open except Healthy Options, the health food store, and the supermarket. Absolutely nothing. And hopefully, I'm interested in you guys' predictions too. I know many of you have plans and airline tickets already, perhaps even hotel reservations. I was very optimistic for the first month, thinking that this would get over, things would pick up very quickly. But I'm changing my mind. My prediction is that it's going to take, especially international travel, because you're going to have some countries that are much more lenient than others, and especially of foreigners. China right now is putting out a ton of propaganda blaming foreigners. I know of a guy who's lived in China for about 12 years. He's got a Serpenza, I think. He finally left China. He said the persecution against foreigners is getting really, really, really bad. Another thing, they just lifted the alcohol ban in Cebu City, so they're selling alcohol again. And we haven't really seen a shortage of food in the grocery stores. There are a few spots on shelves that are a little bit light or have gaps where there's nothing there. And I suspect that's a lot of the imported items that the supply chain has broken down. Cream dory is what almost everybody uses for fish and chips here. Not bad if they cook it right. Not nearly as good as as perch or haddock, different things that they use that I'm used to getting in the USA. But not bad if it's cooked properly. There is dory, which is different than cream dory. Now, is cream dory a bullhead like a catfish? Is like a catfish? I've been doing some reading about that, and there's a lot of farm-raised catfish, and I believe that might be what the cream dory is. If you are still in the Philippines or any other country, I know that they may still have sweeper flights going on. I don't know. I couldn't find any specific information about that when I was researching that. And here again, the milk area, kind of sparse there. This is yogurt. Some of the yogurts, a lot of people think that's going to help them, and I do too, certain types of yogurts. They're selling carts here because so many people are walking, but those tiny plastic wheels there, I don't know if they would make it 2 blocks before the wheels would break on those things. That's what I suspect. Because everybody, no transportation, no jeepneys, no taxis, so everybody is pretty much walking unless they have their own personal vehicle. The Philippines, and I know Thailand also, are talking about pumping quite a bit of money into the tourism sector, trying to attract people as quickly as it can. Millions of people are unemployed in those industries presently. And Thailand was going to target the more affluent type tourists that spend more for long term. Now these guys here, they were unloading. The stuff was going to a barangay, a village, to be distributed out to the poor residents, or perhaps all the residents of a particular barangay. Probably coming from Vietnam or Thailand, because Philippines does not grow enough of their own rice. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Safe travels to you all wherever you're at, and I'll see you next time.